Welcome to Gooseberry Science and Education videos. As you can see, our enthusiastic little orange gooseberry character is already waving hello, which means it is time to jump straight into a fascinating explainer of Austria. We're pulling some incredible insights directly from the DK Eyewitness Travel Guide, and we're going to unpack the rich heritage, vibrant culture, and practical secrets of this amazing country.
Okay, just look at this. Let's dive into this majestic landscape for a second to really set the tone. We've got this beautifully ornate church tower with its classic domed roof, right? And it is juxtaposed directly against the sheer, breathtaking power of those snowy Alpine peaks in the background. It perfectly captures what Austria is all about, this deep, grounded human history nestled within literally some of the most dramatic geography on the planet.
To make sure we get the ultimate Austrian experience, our explainer today is basically a four-stop itinerary. 1. Austria's rich heritage. 2. Viennese culture and legends. 3. Architectural marvels of Vienna. And 4. Practical travel and language.
Let's kick things off with Section 1. Austria's rich heritage, from grand statues to world-changing events.
There is just an incredible variety of monuments here. On the left, you're looking at the imposing statue of Athena in Vienna, a total symbol of classical power, wisdom, and imperial grandeur. But then, right next to it, you've got this gilded, elegant statue of Johann Strauss passionately playing his violin. And honestly, this perfectly encapsulates Austria's dual legacy. It's a nation that held immense political power, but it's equally defined by its unparalleled contributions to art and music.
But here's the absolutely crucial thing to remember. Austria's history isn't just local. It literally changed the course of the modern world. The events of June 28, 1914 in Sarajevo, where Archduke Ferdinand and his wife Sophie von Hohenberg were assassinated, well, that didn't just shake up the Austro-Hungarian Empire. That single event provoked a massive international crisis that directly led to the outbreak of World War I. So when you walk through Austria, you are walking through the absolute epicenter of modern world history. Okay, moving right along to Section 2, Viennese culture and legends. We'll be looking at the Winter Riding School and Plague Tales. If you visit the famous Winter Riding School, you'll witness this exact progression of incredibly complex equestrian maneuvers. It's a highly celebrated Viennese tradition. First, we have the piaffe, where the horse elegantly trots right on the spot. Then it advances to the crew pod, an astonishing move where the horse actually leaps into the air with both its forelegs and hind legs bent. And finally, the absolute pinnacle, the capriole, where the horse leaps up with a powerful simultaneous kick of its hind legs. It is just a masterful display of control.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how the visual presentation of the riders perfectly matches the precision of those horses. The riders wear these historical uniforms steeped in tradition. We're talking a striking coffee-colored jacket with rows of shining brass buttons, crisp, pale leather gloves, and long boots that go all the way over the knees. Even the horses are outfitted with elegant saddles and beautifully embroidered cloth. It's just a complete, immersive visual experience.
But hey, Austrian culture isn't all strict precision and royal elegance. It's also got a wonderfully dark sense of humor and some wild local folklore. Which brings us to the legend of a 17th century piper. You might be wondering, who exactly was Liber Augustine?
Well, this story is absolutely incredible. Back during the terrifying times of the Great Plague in Vienna, a local piper named Augustine basically fell into a drunken stupor in the gutter. Undertakers actually mistook him for dead and tossed him straight into a plague pit. But miraculously, he survived. He woke up in the pit and totally terrified the undertakers by belting out a song, O du lieber Augustin. This darkly comedic story of surviving the absolute worst of times is so beloved that if you visit the Griechenbelsel bar in Vienna today, you can actually look down into an illuminated cellar and see a statue of him proudly on display. Let's shift gears to Section 3, Architectural Marvels of Vienna, from imperial to totally unconventional. You can easily spot the Hundertwasserhaus on Lohengasse by its total, unapologetic rejection of straight lines. It is an absolute explosion of creativity. You've got irregular windows of all different shapes, and the individual apartments are vividly marked by stark, contrasting colors right on the facade. It's this incredibly unconventional, organic piece of art that people actually live inside, showing off a completely different side of Viennese design compared to all those classic palaces.
And the architectural timeline of this city is just vast. Vienna perfectly balances the historic charm of places like the Amalienbad, a bathhouse famous for its stunning, decorative 1920s tiling, with the massive, imposing modernity of international complexes like City, sitting right there on the edge of the Danube River. It's literally a city where you can step out of the 1920s and into the distant future just by taking a short train ride.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 4, Practical Travel and Language for Navigating Austria.
Now, while we hope you never actually need them, keeping these basic emergency phrases handy is just Travel Survival 101. For help, you say Hilfe, Hilfe. If you need a doctor, it's Holen Sie einen Arzt, Holen Sie einen Arzt. For the police, say Holen Sie die Polizei, Holen Sie die Polizei. And where is the hospital is Wo ist das Krankenhaus, Krankenhaus. Definitely jot these down. Being prepared just gives you so much peace of mind.
On a lighter note, mastering a few simple, everyday pleasantries will instantly make you a favored guest with the locals. Instead of just a standard hello, try Grüß Gott, Grüß Gott. When you're heading out, a polite Auf Wiedersehen, Auf Wiedersehen, goes a really long way. And of course, bitte, bitte, for please, and Danke vielmals, Danke vielmals, for thank you very much. Using these just shows a ton of respect for the incredible culture we've been exploring today.
And when it comes to choosing where to sleep off your jet lag, you've got some distinct choices. On one end, we have the legendary Hotel Imperial, built way back in 1873. It's actually a former palace, located right on the famous ring. If you want absolute, unapologetic luxury, we're talking silk-lined walls, chandeliered ceilings, marble bathrooms. This is the spot. But on the other hand, if you want a different vibe, situated conveniently south of the ring, you have great options like Le Méridien. Basically, whether you want to sleep like 19th century royalty or prefer something a bit more streamlined, Austria has you completely covered.
From the grand equestrian displays of the Winter Riding School and Imperial monuments to the darkly comedic survival songs of a piper waking up during the plague, Austria just holds endless surprises. And honestly, we've only scratched the surface of what the Eyewitness Guide has to offer. So, which part of Austria's heritage will you explore first? Let me know. And please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. We are already working on a new topic.